You say put it on the board?
Put it on the board, like another point on the board. Good morning, everybody. Let's put the BT Bright Spot on the board, shall we? And bring in Roger Peterson, Frank Ferragini, and Melanie Ng. Friends, this is going to warm you up. This is like something out of the Titanic stories or the Notebook. It's so romantic.
Yeah.
It's courtesy Vancouver 13 years ago.
Titanic didn't end well, by the way.
Yeah, I know, but the heart goes on, Raj. 13 years ago, a construction worker found a stack of love letters hidden in the wall of a Vancouver home. Check that out. So Dario is the worker who's been trying to find the family ever since. The letters date back to the 1930s, written between a couple named Mim and Len. So the letters were written before the couple got married. Guess what? 82 years later, Dario found Mim and Len's daughter. Her name's Jeannie. He called Jeannie, gave the letters to her, returned this incredible history of their lives and their love. Mim and Len were married for 48 years. And what a gift it is with him gone to be able to read over this time in history that is amazing for their family. Raj, see, you were laughing, and I bet you now you're tearing.
No, I love these things. I love romantic letters like this. My mom and dad had they had a relationship that lasted 40 years until my dad passed away.
Yeah.
I don't know how many romantic letters there were, but lots of romantic exchanges, right? And these are the things that bind us to our past, to our ancestors, and make a connection with them. And anytime you have love in it, how can you not tear up a little?
Right? A love story that lives on through generations, Frankie.
Yeah, I just think 82 years from today, do you have to find a hard drive, or this is not going to happen with Snapchat?
It's true. Do people write letters anymore? You're lucky if you get a text or an emoji.
I hope it doesn't happen with Snapchat. That goes against the guidelines of that app. Just saying. Maybe it's a USB flash drive.
A flash drive.
Flash drive.
Yeah,
that's how. Yeah. How's this going to happen 82 years from now?
Has anybody here ever written a letter to someone they loved or received a handwritten letter while dating Devo Brown?
What?
Yes.
Why are you looking at me?
Devo, have you ever written a letter?
I wrote a poem once to a young lady when I was younger.
Was it a Roses Are Red?
It was it was it was well done. And then I submitted it to some thing where they say everybody would be in a book, but then you're supposed to pay money. So I was like, oh, that's a scam. So it wasn't really that good.
Could we see this poem?
I don't know if I have it.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Melanie, I'm coming to you. No. Did you ever receive a poem?
I have received, and I have written as well. And and recently too. There's something about a handwritten note, whether it's a love letter or a thank you card or just something that you physically receive it. It's very. I'm also very tactile, right? Like I like books. I don't do e-readers. I like the physical books. There's something about it that just you connect with it.
Yeah.
So this is amazing. I love every little bit of this story.
Same. The fact that they were able to track them down after all this time. Imagine what she must have felt like to see those letters that her husband penned so many years before. They have to make a movie out of this.
Did you write or receive letters?
I've written some. I used to love writing poetry, and I've received some. Alex wrote me one when he proposed, and I didn't realize that it was his proposal poem, because the last question was, the last sentence of it was, so I'm crying reading it. So just one question remains at the door before we usher in 2004, ... And I'm like, that was so beautiful. I'm crying. He goes, don't you want to know what the question is? I was like so overcome with emotion.
Squirrel.
Write somebody a poem today. And by the way, stick-it notes from your mom for lunch counts. I used to look forward to my mom's little stick-it note, right?
Absolutely.
Anyway.